Hello, I'm Windafire, one of the rest tools at Black Doom Escape, and today we're going to be talking about how multi-species relationships are necessary. Before we get started, I'm going to sing a song that we sing at the start of most of our live sessions, our live events of Black Doom Escape. That song is called You Can Rest, so here we are. You can rest. 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 You can rest, darling. You can rest. You can rest, darling. Welcome again. That was You Can Rest, one song that we usually play at the start of our live sessions of Black Dream Escape. I'm Windafire, one of the co-collaborators here. And today we're going to be talking about how multi-species relationships are necessary. So, multi-species relationships are necessary for a multitude of reasons. One reason is that it is so great to have a companion. At our house, there are lots of wildlife that like to visit us, but we also have chickens, and our chickens are hilarious. There's everyday drama that goes on with them. And my uncle, who lives with my family, has a dog, and that dog is awesome. Such a well-behaved dog. Multi-species relationships are important, like I said, for a multitude of reasons. One of those reasons is that there's so much that you can learn from animals. Just watching the mannerisms of animals, and watching the mannerisms of animals and listening to what they have to say to you, because I believe that you can talk to animals. Um, um, you just have to listen hard enough. Um, so listening what they have to tell you, and you know, watching their mannerisms, and translating that into different things that you could learn. Um, you know, those are things that are very important. You can learn a lot from nature. Nature in general. You can learn a lot from animals. You can learn a lot from nature. Um, I guess that also fits into multi-species relationships because, you know, the plants around us, the plants, the fungi, because fungi are interesting. I love fungi. They're mystical little beings. Um, they're neither animals nor plants. They're pretty awesome. They could kill you, or they could heal you, or they could, you know, put you in a massive trip. Fungi are so weird, but the relationships that we have between the different species, between animals, plants, fungi, humans, and we are animals. So I don't know why I'm saying animals, plants, fungi, humans when we are animals. But anyway, wait, did I just my mind is in a fritz. It's always in a fritz. I don't know. I just have a hard time translating my thoughts into speech sometimes. But what you can learn from animals is very important. You can talk to the animals and listen to them. Um, Sometimes they'll have really interesting advice. They'll have really interesting things to say to you. Sometimes they'll just be like, need to get seed, need to get twigs, need to get branches to put in my nest. Sometimes they'll be like that. Sometimes they'll give you advice. But just watching them is yeah, watching them is a surefire way to learn a lot. Um, I'm blanking on examples, but there are lots of things that humans have learned from animals in terms of survival. Um, Lots of different things that we formed from them, but I'm blanking on examples, which doesn't necessarily help my case. But let me talk about the chickens that my family has. We have 3 chickens. Their names are Sam, Pepita, and Benito. Um, they're hilarious little birds. Um, they wander around the yard and they do their little chicken things, um, which is a whole thing. Because there's a whole drama. There's a whole thing between them. There's a chickens have a hierarchy, but there's like different relationships that you can see with them. So Sam, she thinks she's all dominant, and she thinks that she's in charge, and then Benito, he's all like, "Oh no, I'm in charge," and so they're always fighting with each other. Um, and then Pepita, she's the smartest of the bunch, and she just like goes around trying to peacekeep them, um, trying to make sure that they aren't fighting all too much, and then they just pick on her. Pepita will just be doing something, and Sam will come over, and she'll just peck Pepita's head, and it's a sadness, kind of. Pepita is very smart. She's smarter than she leads on. Um, the chickens are funny, but recently they've decided that our yard is not big enough for them, so they oftentimes go into our neighbor's yard, and then they also have gone into the alley behind our house. So why I bring this up is that the alley behind our house has a park. It has a little park for kids. It's code protected. What our chickens do is they go into the alley and they wait for someone to come and open the door and let them in so that they can go inside the park and play around. It's annoying that they did this. They picked up this from this one chicken that visited us. She came and then she was just squawking around, trying to get their attention, trying to tell them things, trying to tell them how to escape, and they were all like, screw you. But then they picked up her habits of wandering. But why I bring that up is because not only do we need animals, but animals sometimes need us. Not all the time do animals need us, but sometimes they do. Um, if you see that there was a thing that there was a exchange that happened with our chickens and this person. You know, our chickens were all like, "Hey, let me in," and the people were like, "Oh, okay, we'll let these chickens in because maybe the kids will like to play with them." So that's a thing. It was a given and receive situation with our chickens and these people. Um, you know, with pets, a lot of times when you're keeping a pet, um, a lot of times when you're keeping a pet, it's a given and receive situation with them. You give them food, you give them shelter, you give them love, you give them warmth, and they give things in return. A lot of times people don't recognize the things that they give in return, but they do give in return. Um, a dog will come back with a stick that it likes and be like, "Here, you want the stick?" A cat will come and be like, "Hey, here's a mouse. You should eat it. I caught it for you." Animals have a very interesting way of giving in response. Um, a lot of times we like to brush it off as, "Oh my god, my cat brought in a mouse. My cat brought in a half alive mouse." A lot of times, we'll brush our animals off, but you know, animals are animals, and it's good to accept how they show affection to you in response to how you showed affection to them. So we're gonna go into a little bit of an instrumental, and I'd like you to just take some time to rest, and take some time to be still. So here we go. Hmm? Oh no! My sustain pedal, it decided to work in opposite. Here we go. Okay, I hope you took the time to rest and relax. So a little bit more about how how multi-species relationships are necessary is that you know, animals, they show their affection in weird ways, but they also know a little bit of how to give affection in ways that humans do. You know, an animal can be a really good companion for resting and, just for talking to. Yeah. Animals are great for resting a lot of times. Sometimes they want to be a little rowdy or they want to play. Um, but I know a lot of times in my case they're great. A cat will walk up and will just lay themselves down on your lap, and then you're just forced to sit there and rest and take some time. And that's great. I'm a big cat person, but um, animals are great. Multi-species relationships are necessary. We're out of time, so I'm going to sing a song that we sing at the start of most live sessions of Black Dreamscape. So the song is called "Rest Will Come." Rest will come. 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 That was Rest Will Come. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, I hope you have a restful and happy rest of your day. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for Annika's live stream, and you can find this live stream available on our IGTV, our YouTube, and our Facebook. Make sure to follow us on all of these and like our page. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Bye.